I don't think I ever understood this portion of the guy who has a Metzora, the guy who has a skin discoloration, which is a biblical kind of a disease, but it's not a disease in the literal sense of the word, like going to a doctor today. It's a state of impurity that came about in the biblical times, and one of the things that needed to be done to treat it was quarantine. You see, the Kohen would come and see, hey, you got some white on your skin, got some funny colored hairs coming out. You gotta be quarantined for 7 days. Let's see what this is about. You come back 7 days later and the Kohen sees, wow, this is spread. You're full-blown, what they call a Metzora. Oh, so how do you purify yourself from that? The Torah says you gotta go 7 days outside the city, all alone. You know why? Because this biblical impurity, the discoloration of the skin, came as a result of people being intolerant to each other, came as a result of talking disparagingly about others. It's a dysfunction. When you're not able to function properly in society and you have this impurity, which is called Metzora, the only way to heal it is to knock some sense into the person. Go outside the city, be fully quarantined, no interaction with people, and you'll see how harmful it is to create disharmony. How harmful it is that through your words, speaking negatively about others, you created, strife between people. You know, when you feel how that strife feels like by being quarantined outside the city. These were pre-Zoom days, by the way. You didn't have telephone hookups with your friends inside the city. You were totally quarantined outside the city. You felt the benefit of society. You felt the benefit of camaraderie. And you said, I'm not going to talk that way about other people again. I don't want to get God's sign to me on my skin that I need to be quarantined and I need to learn the lessons of readapting to society. So, dysfunction in our relationship with others, no good. We got to be mindful of the fact that our strength is our camaraderie, is our unity. And who's going to remind us about that? Key to the therapeutic and purification process for this Metzora, this person who had this skin discoloration, is the Kohen, the priest. He was the one who had to administer and decide when the quarantine ended and when the purification was ready to start. Why? Because the Kohen represents the priest who's a well-balanced individual, full of love and benevolence, and truly cares for his fellow. He, the man of peace, the man of benevolence, the man who can look at others and really appreciate the great gift that each and every individual brings to the community, he's the one that God granted the responsibility to tell the person that their quarantine either needs to start or finish, and they can re-enter the Jewish community, move back into the city, and hopefully learn a lesson to appreciate others, to create harmony between people, and not, God forbid, to create the opposite. So let's focus on creating harmony, one big family, one big community, because we all know, do we painfully know how difficult it is to be in lockdown. Let's enjoy the freedom we're emerging into now.
Moment of Wisdom, sub-brief and life-changing moments. Join us. Subscribe to Moment of Wisdom channels on YouTube, Telegram, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp.